So today we're in Broomfield, Colorado, next to McKay Lake, installing the art piece Landmark that we designed and fabricated in San Diego and trucked out here for the last 2 days.
Just, you gotta take one step at a time. One step at a time, thinking 5 to 10 steps ahead.
So here we are, bright and early, getting ready to kick this thing off, unload the truck, start getting into the ground here. Got a long couple days here, a lot of work ahead of us, so want to try to work quickly and efficiently and maximize the light we have.
So each pallet's getting set down in its location in 3 separate groups. And once they're placed, we'll probably start with this far side here, start drilling out the concrete for the anchor bolts, and then placing each one down, approximately 20 in each, and we have 60 total.
Beautiful!
Yeah, teamwork is critical, and I always say, creative process is never a solo endeavor. There's a lot of collaboration that needs to happen, a lot of coordination that needs to happen, whether it's from fabricating things and figuring things, troubleshooting things and how things are going to get built, engineering to installations. It takes a really solid team to make it happen.
I worked with Mickey on this project since basically the inception, and so it's really just amazing to see the whole process from start to finish, and it's also really gratifying and rewarding to see it be installed. But the bolt holes are critical because that base plate is like 3/8 thick, and reaming that out to try and make it fit, if these are not aligned, is going to be a real job.
It helps bring beauty to our cities. So they say that a city can function, but it's not really a city until you bring culture and art to it, and I think that's really important.
Every public art is a construction project. Yes, it has creative elements, but in the end, there's a lot of heavy machines and welding and fabrication that's involved, and it really becomes a construction project. My hand's numb. Gotta get through it.
Every single piece you do is custom with public art, and so you don't have, I guess, the advantage of having like a set system for things. You're constantly trying to figure it out on the fly.
Next is blowing out all the dust out of the holes, setting the anchors in, standing these all up, checking alignment, and then epoxying the anchors in place and wrenching them down.
Colorado has a very unique landscape, very powerful landscape, whether it's from the Rockies or the High Plains. It's a beautiful place to build things in the outdoors, and it's a really unique opportunity. I'm very fortunate to be able to work here.
It's always the discovery once the real thing is in. You can look at it 100 times on the computer, but it's definitely a different feeling once it's in.
Awesome, good job.
I think it makes Broomfield what it is. Just seeing the different unique styles that come together and make a culture part of the residents here.
What we looked at is the sort of geography of the High Plains, sort of the beauty of these rolling hills, and tried to embed that into this fence. The way the creases work on the pieces, they sort of follow an undulating wave pattern, which then sort of intersects each other, sort of trying to mimic and trying to sort of play off of the rolling hills here in the landscape. The material we used was Corten steel, so the patina on the steel will sort of turn color, rust color over time. Our man-made structures, as well as the weather patterns here, are constantly in flux, so the piece will also sort of evolve with it. The creative process is something that I think needs to be shared, whether it's mine or anyone else's, and I feel it has an opportunity to connect to a larger audience, and I think there are moments in our lives, I think, that where we need to reflect and think about the broader ideas and broader issues. Public art gives us a brief moment, at least, to get our mind off the stressors of it, the everyday, and think about sort of broader ideas in broader contexts.